Welcome to episode number 64 of the 5 Letters Podcast. You got myself, Yells, you got Cam to the right of me, you got the biggest Ice Spice fan in the world, Bez, to the left of me. Let's get into it. The 5 Letters Podcast. What is the bigger track? Panda or what was Future's tune, the big one with the flute?
Mask.
Yeah. What tune do you think is bigger?
Probably Panda.
That's wild.
I don't know. I mean, it's hard.
Because Panda was a bigger Future tune than Future had ever had when it dropped.
It wasn't even Panda.
When Panda dropped, it was the biggest Future tune of all time. But then Mask Off came, which I think is Future's actual biggest song. So now I'm like, what's bigger, Future, Mask Off or Panda? I still think, I think Panda probably, because Panda was really a moment, like at that.
I think Panda.
But Mask Off was huge though.
Mask Off was good.
Mask Off was huge, and also the flute was like
iconic.
Oh yeah, like that's the thing that like you would just appear in a video, just the flute by itself, just as a thing. So I'm like, I don't know, but it's hard to say.
I mean, we could probably look at that some stats and stuff, but it doesn't really matter. Anyway, yes, episode 34, 64, episode 64. Bez, Cam, talk to me, man. How's life?
Yeah, man, been good. Been, doing the Ice Spice Twitter fandom life. I'm not an Ice Spice fan, by the way, people. I don't know where that came from. I don't know why I'm not Ice. Just before we joined on, Yells was there busting out to the tunes, like singing along, gassing about.
I'm an Ice Spice fan, but you're just a bigger fan than I am. That's all. I can admit, I can say it with chest.
I can't say it with chest.
Closeted Ice Spice fan.
Closeted Ice Spice fan. Yeah.
But yeah, last 2 weeks has been decent. Been into work a few times, had a couple socials and that in work, which has been decent. Went to a mini golf place after one of them, one in London Bridge, which was quite good.
Okay.
Bit of fun.
Yeah.
Then went to last week. I went to a pub after. It was like the biggest pub I've ever been to in my life. It was
biggest pub you've ever been to.
Yeah, it had like 3 floors. Like it was just massive. It just felt like it was never ending. It was cool. Got a cocktail. It was a pretty gross cocktail.
Man, you got a cocktail from a pub?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
It's like a bar, but it's a pub. It's a weird one. It's not a proper pub. Like it's not called like King's Arms or something. But it's like a bar, but it's kind of pub vibey.
Okay, yeah.
But it's like a gin bar or something. They have like
they do have like gin.
Yeah,
they do have like gin bars, whiskey bars, wine bars. Like,
yeah, so I think it's kind of like a whiskey, but it's one of the ones where they got like 50 million different types of whiskey there. So I got like like a rum mojito basically, which was it was okay. It wasn't great. I wouldn't get it again in a hurry, but
it was alright.
Yeah, it was alright. And then I went cinema yesterday. I watched Creed 3, which I'll get more into later.
Yeah,
it was definitely vibes though. And I did my speeding awareness course yesterday as well.
You've been caught speeding?
Second time.
Oh no.
Didn't get given the course the first time, but now I got given the course yesterday.
No points there, you're good lucky.
Yeah, I got good lucky at that one.
You didn't get no points?
Nah, they say like you don't have to, if they ask you if you've got points or anything on your insurance, you can say nope, I ain't got points, because although you get given points when you get caught speeding, they remove them when you do the course. So then you don't have to legally tell anyone you've done a speeding awareness course. So, off the record.
Fantastic.
But yeah, it was interesting. I can't lie, it was interesting. There was some things about it that was like I was a bit shocked about. Like,
what, that speeding kills?
Yeah, man. I
was like, bro, I'd never do that.
What? I never knew that. No, but it's just how like the difference between the speed you're going. So like, say you're going 30 miles per hour, if your stopping distance increases so much, but even if you're going 31 miles per hour. So like if you're going 30 miles per hour and you stop at like 10 meters away, by the time, if you're going 31 miles per hour, by the time you reach that same 10 meters, you'll still be going 8 miles per hour sort of thing. I'm like, I didn't realize that. I would have thought it'd be a lot different.
Yeah. That's interesting.
And just things like you don't get a 10% buffer when you're speeding. Like that's what I always heard, that if you're like 30 miles per hour, you can go up to 33. But apparently that's not a real thing. That's just a myth.
Damn.
So,
What?
yeah. Watch out, people.
Yeah, that's
But
crazy.
I'm pretty sure that's what my driving instructor told me last year. Before I passed my test. But I think the thing is that what the speedometer says in the car is not the actual speed.
Yeah, I think that's
Yeah.
what it is as well. Yeah, because when I use my phones, sometimes will have the speed you're going on it, and then
Yeah.
it'll be a little bit different between the speedometer. So yeah, I think that's the speed. The electric ones, I think, are probably more accurate.
Yeah.
Whereas the manual one, that one you can get away with it with the 10% buffer.
Because yeah, you're probably not going as fast. Also, like when you're driving and you come across, them speed things that are like, what, check your speed or whatever,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
and they display what speed you're going. Like more time, you'll be like going 34, and it'll be like, great job,
Yeah.
20, like,
Yeah,
great
exactly.
job, 28.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay, cool, fine.
Yeah. So I think that's probably where the speed 10% comes from, rather than if you've got a new car, it's probably. Got to be careful. You're driving them Teslas,
Yeah.
then you're going 32, you're getting done.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, it was interesting. It was funny though, because when I joined the call, I feel like the people doing it are just miserable. Because like when I joined the call, the woman was like, "Hi, how are you?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm good, thanks. How you doing?" She's like, "Oh, wow, no one ever asked me this, but it's really nice for you to ask. I'm doing great, thanks." I was like, "Wow, people must be just hate coming there."
Yeah, no, of course you're getting forced. Like you don't want to do this.
No, man, break the law. You have to pay the time.
Nah, I mean,
Do
sure,
the crime, pay
like,
the time, or whatever. The
sure,
saying
like
is.
I get it. I get why the Bez is like whatever, or I get why Bez is like whatever. It's fine, but like most people are gonna be like, "How dare you drag me into this? I got better things to doing with my
I mean,
time."
they're probably the people who've been speeding
I know that's it. That's the
and
point.
been caught before and had to do it again. Like,
Mad
stop
times.
speeding.
Yeah,
and
just
you'll
Pete,
be fine.
because you can only do it every 3.5 years or something. Every 3 years, once every 3 years. So if you done it once 3 years ago, you'd get it done again now. It's like, I can't be asked. Go through this shit again. No, I can't be bothered. But yeah, it was interesting though. I can't lie. But yeah, that's pretty much been my 2 weeks. How about you lot?
Your speed and awareness course reminds me of the YouTube copyright course I had to do.
Yes, it's a YouTube copyright.
Because I've got copyright track on YouTube, and it was like if you do this copyright course, the strike will be removed within 90 days. If you don't do it, then the strike just stays in your account. I was like, fine, let me do this copyright course. So it's basically they give you a video to watch and then questions to answer. I ain't watching this damn video. Let me just answer these questions because it's like very obvious questions about copyright or whatever. And then I got one wrong. But it was fine. I think you needed like 80% to pass or something like that. And I was like, yeah, man, it's fine. But I'm like, I'm still so annoyed that I got this strike. I'm not going to go into it, but I'm so annoyed that I got this strike. It's annoying. But what have I done other than that? Other than that, I've basically just been chilling, I think. I don't think I've really gone out anywhere or done anything that I can remember. Yeah, man, I've just been here playing PlayStation. Like, I've rearranged my desk and stuff, so I've just been playing PlayStation. Trying to clear out my wardrobe as well, because my wardrobe is getting a bit on top.
Yeah, it's the same, to be honest. Spring clean.
Yeah, exactly. Which is why I was trying to get the £90 pajamas earlier, because I've literally thrown over. I have one set of pajamas that I'm keeping, the rest are going, and obviously I can't just wear. When that one's in the wash, what am I going to do? So I need new pajamas, and I was going to get the £90 ones, and then obviously 1 week I'll wear them, wash it, swap over, like back and forth. But
please leave comments. Is £90 pajamas appropriate? Just need to hear comments on this.
Of course they're appropriate. Why would they not be appropriate?
Because it's a lot.
Because there's a lot of money for pajamas.
Everything's a lot of money.
It is. But pajamas don't need to be that much.
Nah, they're really good, like or they're meant to be really good, well made. Like,
woven by the unicorn silk and that, yeah.
they're not meant to be. They're not made in a sweatshop, so there's that. They're ethically or responsibly produced and manufactured and all of that. So there is that side of thing.
Okay.
And then it's meant to be good quality cotton. And all of that, and then and also the company, they only make pajamas. Like this is their bag, so you have to assume they know what they're doing, right?
Yeah.
So I've never had their pajamas before, but I was considering it.
You have to give us feedback when you get them.
But the ones that I wanted are sold out, so I'm waiting to see if they get the stock back or if they get new stock that I like better.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll see. But yeah, like I really, really, really don't think I've done anything. Like it sounds so dry, but I really, really don't think I've done anything this past 2 weeks. So I'll just hand over to you, Cam.
Well, I'm the same. I've literally done nothing. Yeah, apart from wait, I feel like there's something, but I can't remember. Nah, yeah, I've literally done nothing as well. I've just been going to work, coming home, playing my video games or whatever, watching my TV shows and stuff. But yeah, that's it really.
How was it with the train strikes for you lot?
Terrible.
It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. It took me about, like, I got to work on time without any hassle. I just had to go a different route, which was a bit, maybe like 10 minutes longer.
Oh, okay.
So you didn't really leave earlier?
No, I left at the exact same time.
Oh, man.
Because I checked,
Okay.
I checked, like, I was going to leave on the same time anyways, and just get there late and just say, what can I do?
Yeah.
But then I checked in the morning when I got up. I was like, let me just check and see what Google says. And then obviously Google said to go to Harrow Weald or whatever to get the train.
Yeah.
And it said it'll take an hour and a half. So I was like, cool, I'll just do that. And then it took me an hour and a half and I got there on time. Got to work on time. And then I did that the second day. I got there about 5 minutes late the second day. But yeah. Didn't have to do anything special.
Yeah, I heard you leave on the one. I was like, you left mad. I was like, oh my god, this is horrible.
I mean, he still left after me in terms of time.
Did I?
I left at 7.
Oh, shit.
Mad.
Okay.
He left about 7:30, innit?
So obviously we work at the same place, but obviously we don't live together. I live a lot closer, but
And you
yeah,
start later.
and I start later than he does as well. But yeah, I left at 7:30 and I got there at 8:50ish, and that's just outrageous because it takes half an hour on a normal day. So that's not that bad. It's not like, I mean, it's an hour and 20 minutes, which is quite bad. But
Yeah.
like, I know some people have some tragic journeys, but for me, it usually takes about 30 minutes, 45 minutes at a push, and then for it to be an hour and 20 hours, it just vex.
Well, that's my normal.
But then the second day was worse. So that was the day of the strike. I left at 7:30. The day after, when the strikes were meant to be finished, I left at my normal time, and I got to work at 20 to 10 because the train just weren't coming. Like the tube just wasn't coming because they just had severe delays because they were trying to get their life back together. and
Yeah.
failing.
Yeah, when I woke up, I saw that they were meant to be starting back up at 7:30. So I was considering going my normal route, but I was like, nah, it's too risky because I'll be getting there about 7:40, and I don't think any trains will be coming.
Anytime soon.
Anytime soon if I do that. So I just went the other way, and then I went the other way, and I checked at 7:30 the station I was meant to be going to. Checked to see if it was open, and it was still marked as closed on like the TFO app.
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, good thing I didn't go that way.
Yeah. Were you
Yeah.
listening to Glorilla?
I was gonna say, have you not heard this person?
Glorilla?
She's the other big one at the moment, isn't
Yeah,
it?
I showed you before she popped off, bro.
Don't even recognize her.
I think Ice Spice is better than her. From what I remember.
Ice Spice is definitely better than Glorilla. I definitely, I'll put on an Ice Spice song before I put on a Glorilla tune. And Bez, I put you on Glorilla ages ago.
What was the song?
I can't remember what the song was. But
I remember you sending us a video of her.
Yeah,
And I was like,
before she popped off, like I got a song sent to me because I'm a DJ, I get music, and I was just like, I don't understand why I get sick. I was complaining. I was like, people need to stop sending me this nonsense.
Yeah.
And then like a few months later, she was all over Twitter, and I'm like, rah, people are liking this. Like I mean,
people in the comments of that video that you sent us, people were like,
but that's
she's so
like
weird.
everyone has their fans at like some
Yeah.
level. Like that tune wasn't it that. I don't know if the tune blew up afterwards, but it didn't have that many views. It had like some thousands of views, but it wasn't like on millions. She's on like millions of views
I
nowadays.
see.
Like I'm sure this one's
115 million.
Yeah, so I
Well,
think
her
that-
and Cardi B.
I think that video was on like 30, 40,000, which meant she had a fan base, but she wasn't huge. But now, 115 million views is ridiculous from 5 months ago. But yeah, I don't like Glorilla at all. Ice Spice, like I say, I'm a fan, but I'll need to hear this tune though. She might be doing a lot, and she's got Cardi on it as well, so it might be fire. In fact, hold on. Why did this beat sounds horrible as well? Alright, Horrible was a bit. Actually, no, it's growing on me. It's growing on me. I get what they were going for.
You're a Glorilla fan as well now.
No.
She's wearing the Carhartt as well, man. She's your dog.
This is well, I'm glad you can catch that now. I remember you for the longest. I was alright. So I think we've mentioned this on the podcast before, but like Carhartt used to be one of the brands that I would wear like daily, pretty much. Like, and it's the same logo. Like, and I would always, me and Bez would be going out here, there, everywhere, whatever, and then I would be talking to him about Carhartt, the brand, and he'll be like, "What?" And I'm like, "Oh, it's the brand that I'm always wearing." And he'll be like, "Huh?" Then I show him the logo. He's like, "I've never seen this before." And then I like pull out some of my t-shirts, and it's literally just the logo in big on my chest. And he's like, "Rah, yeah, I've never seen that before."
Clocked it.
I'm like, "This is just like my jeans." Like,
it's like one of those things where if you don't acknowledge it, your brain just doesn't register it.
Completely.
And then once you bring it up, and then it's like now you
now I see it all the
everywhere.
time. Now I always see it, but then literally completely oblivious
literally my t-shirts, my jeans, my jackets. Like I had I still do, but I just don't wear them as much. Carhartt head to toe pretty much. And like this guy just oblivious. But let me hear a bit of Glorilla's first. I
just don't like her voice.
I'm not in love with her voice. And attire wise, fire. Hey, I'm proud of her attire.
I'm not.
No, not this one. The Carhartt set was hard. Like this is whatever. Yeah, no.
I don't know.
I get it. But the thing is, what I would say she's got going for her.
Energy.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was gonna say. I was like, Ice Spice. I don't feel like her energy doesn't quite match what she's trying to give. But whereas Glorilla, I believe her.
Yeah, that honestly could be the appeal of Ice Spice, is that she just like laid back, chill.
Yeah,
it must be because this. I the energy of this is just a lot different.
Like the opposite of like Cardi, Glorilla, like all these other
Nicki,
girls,
like, as well.
just come with big energy, and like Ice Spice doing less.
Yeah.
I guess it's something different in the drill scene, really, isn't it? Like,
yeah. It's interesting though. Like, how many of these rappers would you want to be friends with? Because it was an interesting thought I was having the other day, and I was just like, because someone was asking me, because obviously I'm a big fan of just instrumental music. Those who know me would know that. And someone was asking me the other day, like, why? And I was a bit like, well, because the genres that I like, when they have lyrics in them, the lyrics are a bit ridiculous. Like a lot of the time, like I'll be listening to a song and I'll be like, why did you say that? Why would you say that? And I was like, yeah. So I'm like, sometimes like I'm listening to a song and I think about it in the sense of, would I be friends with someone that was saying this to me in real life? Like, and I was a bit like, no, I wouldn't. Like, so this is why. But I still like the beats. So I want to hear the beats. So then, I was thinking about it. And I was like, which rapper, just based off the strength of their lyrics, would I want to be friends with? And there are some, obviously. Like Jamie, I think I could be cool with him. His lyrics are quite...
I agree, yeah.
Yeah, there's nothing there that I'm like, yo, why are you saying that? Like, or like even stuff that I might disagree with, whatever, it's not egregious. Like there's no real like crazy violence or like any like kind of misogyny or
not
like not anymore.
For the violence, not for the misogyny, by the way.
Sorry?
I said for the violence, not for the misogyny.
Yeah. But even like with the violence, his violence used to be kind of jokey.
Yeah.
I don't mind that.
It was more like just general punch man in the face rather than like specific.
And also that
I'm gonna do man this.
And also like I'll stab up juveniles and all of this stuff. Like nah. So it's different. So then I was thinking about it. I was like, I don't know, man. It's like, what do you lot think? Do you lot think there's, other than Jamie Cam, like you said, you agree, but anyone else that comes to mind? Because I was like Jamie, Skepta, no. I don't think I could, like, just off the strength of what he talks about. Like, no, I don't think like we would have anything to talk about.
Yeah, Skepta, no. Skepta's a bit techie.
Very, 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 very good MC, legendary stuff. Like, but I'm like, if like just, I don't know him in person, but I'm just saying off the strength of what he talks about in his lyrics. Yeah. What about you, Bez? Lil Uzi?
Yeah, man, that's
Sit
gonna rock.
that down.
Yeah, that's gonna rock.
Or Drake, or so it doesn't have to be like. So I'm just like, yeah,
So I'm thinking about the people I listen to, and there's not really anyone. There's
Lil Baby.
I don't really know what Lil Baby says. It's just like they all talk about just drugs, hoes, bitches, and aggression. So it's like it's not really stuff that you wanna be friends with. No.
So that's what I was saying to them. I was like, yeah. So I'm like, I wanna. But
Like,
then
I feel like if it's a person that I like,
this Carhartt thing is cold.
yeah, it is.
Go on.
Like if it's, I'm trying to think of people, but the people that I'm thinking of, I mean, it's like 100%. Yeah, it's like Kendrick mostly. Yeah, like some of the stuff he did before he started rapping, maybe not, but like everything he raps about nowadays, I'm like, it's calm.
Yeah.
Like people like
Like
Sabah,
J. Cole, I feel like
like,
I could have a
yeah.
conversation with J. Cole.
J. Cole,
Right. Yeah.
like Sabah, like. But I'm just thinking these are people who I actually know what they're saying in their lyrics.
Yeah.
Like I actually truly deep it, and they actually hit me on a level. Like they have meaning.
Yeah.
Other people, I'm like not truly deep in what they're saying because I don't like. It's not about what they're
But
saying.
even like, for example, like a Jay-Z, like, you know, like when I don't think you listen to my Jay-Z songs, but you know what
Yeah.
he's saying. And like, do you reckon like you taking that dinner with Jay-Z, or you taking the money? Because I'm like Jay-Z is a weird one, because on the one hand I think we could have an interesting conversation,
Yeah,
but on the other hand, in terms of like being a friend, like long term, I'm like, nah, probably not.
again, I don't think. I can't think of anything that Jay-Z said that I'm like, nah, definitely not. But also because he's like whatever age he is, it's like
Because he's
it's
old.
also a write-off. just off of that, it's like a problem. But yeah, I can't think of anything. But I haven't listened to as much Jay-Z as you have,
Yeah,
and I haven't
probably.
listened to like his super old, like his older stuff. So like the one album that I can think of is just the Blueprint 3, and off of that, I don't see any
Yeah,
issues.
why not? Then like, okay, so then let's say like your Migos and R&B
No.
Takeoff, like, yeah. But this is kind of what I was saying to my friend anyway. I was like, like the beats are like, you will never like all these artists that like I would say I don't really like or don't really enjoy, whatever. You'll never hear me say anything against their beats, because most of the time their beats are fire. Like, for example, Travis Scott, never really been a big fan of his, but any tune I hear of his, beats are hard. Beats are
And,
definitely hard.
like the thing is, a lot of the music is the beat as well. Like people don't truly deep how much they like a song just off the beat. Like they'll see the name, they'll listen to the song because of the name.
Yeah.
They'll hear the beat hits them. They don't fully process that.
Yeah.
Then they hear the lyrics, and they're like, "Oh, these lyrics are good too."
Yeah. I mean, maybe.
Maybe,
Maybe.
or
the
at
lyrics
least the flow works with the beat or whatever. Like something.
Yeah.
Something about what the rapper's doing is added into it.
But to be fair, we were talking about drill anyway, because I was saying that I'm a fan of drill, and they were like, "How could you be a fan of drill?" And I was like, "Because I don't really listen to the rappers like that." Like that's how the conversation kind of came about. Then it expanded to like other genres and stuff. But it was literally they were like, "Yeah, no, drill is like horrible," blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, "No, drill is fire." Like, but again, this is the normal criticism that everyone has of drill. It's like,
They're literally not saying anything worse than anyone else is saying anywhere else.
Really, honestly, like,
It's just more clear. You can just understand what they're saying.
like, yeah, there's been despicable lyrics like from timing so much. But anyway, that was a bit of a tangent. Let's get into our first song. Shall we do P Money first?
Yeah, sure.
Go on, you introduce it. This was your pick.
This is P Money, Skarzz, released 10th of March. It's a new thing. I like it a lot.
Yo, Scar whose face I'll do your dad in and turn and Simba. My team really injure, real court cases, not Judge Rinder. Careers I'll hinder, middle of summer man's dressed like winter. Running the gums on Twitter, creep up, surprise the youth like Kinder. Them boy, they're a friend of a friend, my friend, them boy never been ours. Man wanna do nothing and linger, send them boy their forest like Lingard. Man running like they got the juice, I started off them man's juice like Vineyard. I don't know what's with the confusion, trust me, that pussy yo's never been hard. Big R1, not ninja, jack moves, man hit.
And yes, we're back. That one right there, that was P Money, that was Skarzz. Very, very hard, very, very gangster, man.
The focus.
Yeah, so for this week's focus, we're going to talk about Gary Lineker and all the BBC nonsense that happened. We're a little bit late to the party because it all started kicking off as soon as last episode dropped. But yeah, we're going to talk about it anyway because it was dramatic. It
was a big deal.
Super, super dramatic. Cam, did you actually hear what happened or no?
I did, but I can't remember now. Like I know he got like kicked off of match of the day.
Yeah.
But I can't remember what he said or the reason why he got kicked off.
So the government announced, some new policies about how to deal with migrants who are coming to boat. Like, you remember the screenshot we sent in the group chat of Rishi Sunak saying, you won't get access to the modern slavery protections. That's biased, I know.
Yeah, I remember. It had something to do with that, but I can't. What did he say?
So he was basically saying it's disgusting. It's this, that, the other thing, and I think the kicker was he compared it to 1930s Germany.
Yeah,
which is obviously the Nazi regime.
Yeah.
So then everyone's like, well, not everyone. So then the government were like, oh, how could you say that? And he was like, well, I think it's true. And he was not backing down. So then the BBC were like, oh, our presenters are meant to be impartial, blah, blah, blah. So they're going to suspend him. And then Ian Wright.
Was that something he tweeted that?
Yeah, he tweeted it. On his own Twitter account. Yeah, he tweeted that. And then Ian Wright, Alan Shearer were like, well, we think he should be able to say what he wants on his Twitter account. So if he's not presenting Match of the Day, we're not going to be at Match of the Day. Which I was like, big him up, man. Because Ian Wright's done like some kind of political stuff before, but like one or two things. But Alan Shearer, as far as I've never. But so I'm like, Alan Shearer especially, like, big you up because I didn't expect it from you, my man.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was just like, no, and they were both like, and if he gets fired for this, we ain't coming back. Then also presenters from other shows like Alex Scott, who does
shows like Sky Sports and stuff like. Football Focus, I think it is.
And they were all like, we're going to show solidarity. We're not going to do our shows. The commentators for the Match of the Day as well, they were like,
crazy.
We ain't commentating. And I was like, yes, people. Like, this is what we need more of. Like, people just backing like people on what's really right.
It's mad to see because, the way everyone, like, they couldn't get anyone. There was literally everyone was refused. Even the football managers said they're not doing interviews after and stuff. Yeah. Everyone refused to fuck with BBC.
Boycotting the BBC. Because it's Gaza. Because it's Gaza.
Man, like
Gary. No, but on a real, like, Gary Lineker's been a guy that's been, like, our entire lives, he's been the football guy.
Yeah.
Like, Match of the Day. And then also, I mean, the Walkers adverts are the Walkers adverts. But, like, outside of that, he's been the Match of the Day BBC.
Yeah.
Like,
he is Match of the Day.
As far as I'm no, who's watching Match of the Day too? There's no Gary Lineker. No one's watching that nonsense. I mean, I'm exaggerating, obviously, but yeah, he's literally been that synonymous to me anyway for Match of the Day.
Yeah.
Like, so for them to suspend him for something that he tweeted on his own Twitter account is ridiculous.
Yeah.
So then, what happened? So all of that happened. There was a big kerfuffle. The government were talking about it. The BBC were talking about how there's rules and their rules apply to everyone regardless of who you are. Blah, blah, blah. But obviously a lot of the public were on his side.
Mm-hmm.
So, and he was saying, I'm not backing down. And obviously everyone else was backing him. So they had to reinstate him.
That's silly.
U-turns.
Did you not see Match of the Day though last week? What they actually did?
So they just showed the games, huh?
It was so weird.
With no commentary, no analysis, no interviews, nothing.
Obviously, analysis refused, production refused, so they couldn't even put the intro wasn't even there. It was literally, it just started Premier League highlights and then no commentary, no nothing, just the games. 20-minute episode, just the games. And that was it. Like, just literally between games, Arsenal or whoever played game highlights. Next one.
Apparently the views were up, which it kills me.
Apparently these were up by 500,000
Because
or something.
everyone was like, let's see this car crash.
I mean, only for one episode would the views be up. Everyone else
yeah, no one will come back.
coming
for
back
the-
for
No
that.
way.
Yeah. But yeah,
Match Day 2 was probably like 0. Right?
yeah,
I think the BBC are weak and they have no backbone. They should have fired him.
wow.
I'm saying off of their own beliefs. If
Yeah.
they truly believe what they believe and they have their rules and it applies to everyone, it shouldn't be a back down thing. It should be, we believe this, we're gonna do this, even if they lose all their people.
Their football coverage would be finished.
It would
I know
be.
that.
And then the thing is, Gary Lineker would get pulled over to like Sky Sports or like Al Jazeera or something like that.
What I was having a conversation with about this with a friend of mine, and I was saying that as soon as Gary Lineker is fired, and as soon as Ian Wright and Alan Shearer and Alex Scott or whoever else leaves BBC, their phone will get a call from Jeff Bezos, and
Yeah.
it would be like Amazon Premier League recaps. Let's go, and it would be crazy, and that would be it. And that would be it. BBC ain't touching. Like BBC are not
They're
doing
done.
anything again. They're finished. Yeah. I mean, obviously, yeah. ITV might ring them, Sky might ring them, but I really think like if that happened,
Yeah.
I think a platform like Amazon would be like, this is our moment. Like,
Yeah.
this is our moment to break into this market.
And the thing is, Amazon's football coverage is actually quite good as well. I can't lie. Like they have I think 2 Premier League weeks a year at the moment. So they'll do like, or 2 game weeks. Sorry. So they'll have like, and they'll have every game on at the same time. Every game's playing. The commentary is quite good. The analysis is quite good. They have like Thierry Henry and them lot on it sometimes. Like their coverage is pretty good. Like if they, I want them to take more games because they're very good with it.
It's crazy.
So yeah, if they did something like that,
Because kind of like, remember Top Gear
yeah.
when all of them man got fired?
Oh
And
yeah.
then they
took
went,
thingy,
where did they
innit?
go over straight away to?
It was Amazon, wasn't
Was-
it?
I think, sorry,
the Grand
Yeah.
Tour.
Grand Tour.
Yeah.
Exactly. It was like all of them man got fired. Boom. And I don't rate none of them, man. But just I think the same pattern would happen.
Yeah.
Everyone fired, leaves, whatever. Amazon swoop in. We're doing the exact
100%.
same show.
Yeah.
Exact same cast, just on our platform.
Yeah.
Like,
And who watches Top Gear?
who watches Top Gear
Top
now?
Gear still a thing.
I think
I
so.
don't even know. Probably, but
I think
I thought it died.
it was still a thing after
Yeah,
like
'cause they
Jeremy
had-
Clarkson and all of that, and Richard
I had
Hammond.
Joey
and all
from
of them.
Friends and Andrew Flintoff and them on it, and then just don't know
Yeah.
what happened to it after.
So the show still existed afterwards.
Yeah.
But people who cared about the show were watching the Grand Tour on Amazon.
Yeah.
And then it definitely still existed. I don't know if it still exists now, but yeah, it did for a while.
Game of the Day on Amazon.
Yeah.
Tune in.
So so BBC are saying they're going to review their impartiality rules to find something that fits better, because obviously he's not even, his job has nothing to do with politics. His role in the BBC has nothing to do with politics.
Yeah.
So it's like, why can't he talk about his politics? Because it's not like he's reporting on it. So yeah, so we'll see how it goes.
It's funny though because Piers Morgan tweeted a picture from like a news clip and it had Alan Sugar saying something about Jeremy Corbyn,
Yeah.
like saying how he's a scumbag and whistle, like just
Yeah.
slewing Jeremy Corbyn.
Yep.
And obviously BBC had nothing to say about it.
Yep.
And Lord Sugar is on
the BBC Apprentice.
BBC Apprentice.
Yep.
Nothing to say about it. He was fine.
Yep.
And then talking about politics.
There's-
So why is the
There's way more examples as well.
Yeah.
Like there's Alan Sugar, there's Andrew Neil, who's actually kind of a BBC oh, he was, I don't think he's there anymore, but he was like a BBC presenter that presented did proper news shows and longer form, them kind of deep dive investigation type shows that they have. He did those kind of things. And yeah, again, he was tweeting again about or he posted a video basically slewing Labour, and I think it was Jeremy Corbyn as well at the
Yeah.
same time, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, this was all fine.
it just when
This
it
is
fits
okay,
what
yeah.
they wanna
Yeah, but it's because the BBC leadership, as far as we can see, is quite Tory. They're
Yeah.
Tory leaning anyway. So the current head or something is the guy that's currently being investigated for helping Boris Johnson get an 80k loan or something like that. I'm just paraphrasing. This is something that's actually happening. I can't remember the full details. So if you're curious, Google it. But yeah, he's currently being investigated for helping Boris Johnson get facilitating him getting an 80k loan. I think one of the other bosses gave like a 500k donation to the Conservative Party.
Oh my God.
And it's like, wait, so what are we talking about impartiality? So
you're literally funding the government and...
So I'm saying my man can't say, because you're not saying anything is okay. Because you're like, oh, here's some money.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to say anything, but I'm going to give you all the money and like whatever. Like, yeah.
Yeah, that's nuts. I didn't know about that. But
So yeah, people are like, I feel like the BBC right now, everyone thinks they're biased, but no one can agree on how they're biased.
yeah.
So like right wingers are like, oh, they just love like the left wing, like Keir Starmer, blah blah blah. Gary Lineker's a left, he's a Labour Party lefty. Da, 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 da. And then obviously the left wingers are like, no, but look at the bosses, they're funding the Tory Party.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. When like conservative politicians go on there, no one asks them difficult questions, all of this stuff. So no one can agree how they're biased, but everyone can agree that they are biased. So they're in a tough spot right now, man.
I mean, they're not gonna suffer that much. I'm sure they'll be fine.
They're very protected.
Yeah.
Very, very protected. So it's like, yeah. Who is this?
Doja Cat and Saweetie.
So this I've never seen Saweetie before. I knew Doja, obviously.
That's my best friend. Yeah, real bad bitch. Oh, money. No, that's the song.
No, I know her. I've heard her music, but I've never.
That's this song. Best Friends.
Oh, that's this song.
Yeah.
Oh, shame. Okay. But yeah, I've literally never seen her face. That's wild. I was like, who's this next to Doja Cat? Like, what's going on? Okay. I might need to fully drop her that IC emoji. The DMs.
I'm a glacier boy.
That was funny though, man. I was like, what, is this what it takes? Yeah. That's wild.
They were together for time as well.
Yeah.
And then, she was like, that's what you got to do. That's how you got to slide in correctly. And then everyone was like, no, it's not going to work. It's not going to work for ordinary people.
Not even a little bit.
Not even getting a response from that.
Not even close. Not even close. But yeah, man. So I guess questions are like, what do you lot think? Do you lot think that the BBC pundits or BBC presenters need to be impartial? I think that the ones who actually do politics, sure. Everyone else, I feel like they should be allowed to be people.
Yeah, why wouldn't they be allowed to just talk about what's going on in the world sort of thing, and whether they should be able to have an opinion on it? And it's not like...
They're citizens of the country.
Exactly. And if they agree with something, they should be able to say whether they agree or not. It's not, I mean, unless they're going to say Gary's going to form his opinion's going to force others to form their opinion on this in a certain type of way. But no one, obviously Gary Lineker's a cool guy on football, but anything else, no one cares what Gary's got to say really like that. Like, surely.
Here's the thing. This is exactly the thing. No one is going to Gary Lineker for political opinions.
You know what I'm saying?
He's given them, and I think he should have every right to give them, like anyone else can. But no one's like sitting there being like, yeah, he's like the guy. He knows about all the politics. Like he's got the political philosophies down and whatnot. Like, no one's serious is doing that.
Gary Lineker said vote UKIP, so I'm UKIP. Now, right?
Like, yeah. So I think they should be able to. I think Alan Sugar should be able to blast Jeremy Corbyn if he wants, even though I think Jeremy Corbyn shouldn't be getting blasted the way he got blasted. But hey ho, that's my opinion, and they're allowed to have it.
Yeah.
And I think Gary Lineker should be able to say that these men are moving like 1930s Germany because they are moving like 1930s Germany.
Oh, you said I was probably like, what the hell's modern slavery system? Like, what does that even mean, sort of thing?
Fam, I'm like, it's wild that you would even tweet that.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Just the words alone, like without whatever the hell it means, like the words alone just look terrible.
Yeah, it looks shocking. I found out what it is, but I was like, what? I was just like, what the hell? I didn't realize it was even a thing.
Yeah, it's basically what he was saying is he was like, if you come here illegally, then
you're not protected from slavery.
You're not. Yeah. If you come here illegally and you get made a slave,
that's your business.
Yeah. Don't say anything to us, cause we don't care.
That's crazy.
That Stephen A. Smith meme. I'm here to tell you right
now. we do care.
No, I'm like, yeah, that's abhorrent, man. Like, How can like the prime minister of the country should not be saying, yeah, you can have slavery in this country just as long as there's immigrants.
Yeah, that is disgusting. Like when you feel like that as well, it's like that's
literally what
what he said.
Literally what he said.
But that's the thing. If he said that, it just sounds so much worse than their 3-step plan of like when you say what it actually is in black and white, it's horrible. If you're coming to this country, just you could be a slave. You're going to be a slave basically, and we don't care.
Yeah. And then when you put it like that as well, and then it doesn't sound as mad when you have Gary Lineker saying, this sounds like 1930s Germany.
Exactly. Because if Hitler said that, then...
everyone would be blasting it. They'd be like, oh, Hitler, da, da, da.
This is the thing. If you tweeted like a quote from Hitler saying, like just a fake quote saying, we will have immigrant slaves, like illegal immigrant slaves, people would believe Hitler actually said that.
Of course.
And not realize that that's what Rishi's saying.
It's like, of course, even if you just change it from like just pure immigrants and you just say, you just sub in Jewish people.
Yeah.
And say, Hitler said Jewish people would not be able to be protected with our modern slavery protections or whatever.
Yeah.
People would be like, yeah, of course he said that.
Yeah, Hitler's disgusting. How dare he?
Yeah, Germany was like such a horrible place at this time. Blah, blah, blah. And it's like, look at us. Look at here.
Yeah, this country's crazy. I did want to watch Match of the Day today. I just wanted to see the opening, just to see what they do with it. I hear what Gary.
He's got to give a wink.
I'm sure he's got to have a bar or something for it.
I'm back. I'm better than ever.
I actually read an article that said basically Alan Shearer just said pretty much just apologized to the fans for missing the week, and then Gary Lineker just says, "I agree," and then they moved on.
This is something that I was thinking about as well. I just have some thoughts on things randomly. But you see how like all the time people are like, oh, thank the fans, or like when something happens, like, oh, the fans are the ones that have suffered the most, or blah, 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 blah. I'm like, bro, you don't care too much about these guys. Like, if I was Gary Lineker, like, I'm not apologizing.
You shouldn't apologize.
I'm like, yo, I've had the stress, not you lot. Like, you lot.
Sorry, you lot got highlights for 1 week. Oh.
Yeah. Oh, you lot didn't get to hear some commentary for a week. Oh my god. Like, I've had reporters camped out of my house bugging me, like, the people hurling abuse at my son.
Didn't know if I was going to be working next week.
You know what I'm saying? Losing my income. Like, I think his son was getting
getting tweeted, yeah,
getting dragged all over Twitter. So, like, I'm like, apologizing to the fans. Like, this thought came about because I was watching, because obviously me and Bez are going to the wrestling show later this year, so I was watching some wrestling clips earlier on today, and your boy Cody Rhodes.
This is fit everyone knows. I'm an Ice Spice fan, Cody Rhodes fan.
Told you, this is what he does. For my whole life, this is what he does. It's the most annoying thing.
Oh man!
If I do it to him as well. I was saying the other day about your boy KSI. He was like, my boy KSI.
Exactly, it's just a mutual thing. But yeah, so quick summary. So you know what's going on with Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens, and they're trying to like get back on the same page. Cody was trying to do like a therapy session, and it wasn't going well. Kevin was having none of it, and he was like to Cody, like, I appreciate you doing this, but I think it's run its course. Are you happy with how it's gone? And Cody was like, am I happy? It doesn't matter if I'm happy. We're here for all of these people. I'm like, get out of here, man.
See why I hate him? See why I hate him?
Nah. But I'm like, realistically, like, if we're trying to be like realistic about what's happening, this is a beef between two of your mates. He's like, the idea is he's meant to be friends with both, and he's trying to mend the fences.
Yeah.
Like, these are your two mates. You're trying to patch things up. Who cares what the fans think? Like, you should be like, hang on a minute. Like, I want my friends to be on a good, like, on a good standing. But no, I mean, if we're in the people pleasing business, like, what happens if the fans at home are okay and if the fans here are okay? I'm like, yo, nah, man.
Who cares?
Fuck them fans, man. Jeez.
The thing is, like, with most things, it's like, initially, if you start out, you're just doing a thing for yourself, and then it's good, and then people start to watch it, and then people like all the time, people will eventually start doing things that they think the people watching will like, rather than what they actually want to do.
Yeah,
and that's when stuff starts to go downhill.
Yeah,
but that is the thing. It's like a lot of things is just like, we're doing it for you. Like, we will put out the content that you want to see. Instead of the content that should be put out, or the content that they want to do. And like, so I get the apologizing to the fans for missing a week, but I'm like, again, I mean, I agree with you.
Yeah.
Who cares?
And I'm like seeing like YouTubers who are like sorry guys, I caught COVID or I'm ill or whatever.
It's crazy.
So I have to take a few days off from making videos. Like
It's crazy.
I'm like, yo, why are you apologizing?
Why are you apologizing?
I don't mind posting the update and saying,
Yeah.
hey, if you're wondering why I'm not here, like I've got COVID. Da, da, da. But what are you apologizing for? Like, get out of here, man.
Like, I'm not gonna apologize to my boss for missing work. Like,
Can you imagine? Can you absolutely
sorry, I
imagine?
can't make it in because I'm sick. I wish I could, but I can't. Sorry.
Nah, but it's because everyone's like so shook of losing their like
Their
career,
fan
and like the
base,
fan
yeah.
is like who's in charge of their career. So it's probably a good thing I'm not famous because I just be like, yo,
But I think most people would just be happy with the update. Like the no video, not having like any update would be like, what's going
What's
on?
happening, yeah.
And then you may just be
Yeah.
like, okay, cool. They're not making videos no more. I don't care no more. And then when they do come back, you don't even check it.
yeah,
But if it's just an update, I'm sick. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna be making a
Yeah.
video for
That's
for a
fine.
while. That's enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
That's
all
what-
people need.
that's what
And if that was the norm, then that would all people that would, like the people who want more than that would be the weirdos, and
Fans
no
are
one
too
would want anything
entitled.
to do with them.
yeah. And also like I've seen like I think it was like someone won an award. What was the award show that happened? The Oscars, right?
Yeah.
That happened the other day, innit? Can't remember who it was. But they won an award and they did the thing that everyone always does, and it irks me every time. It's like, I want to thank my mom, my dad, my colleagues, like my co-stars, blah, 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 like all the people who supported me to get here, da, 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 da. And most importantly, I want to thank the fans. Like, shut up, man! the fans did nothing. They went to the cinema, they paid their money, they went to the cinema, they sat down for 2 hours and then
That
left.
was it.
They did nothing for you. Like, the most important people were the people that you said beforehand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like me, I'm gonna say, do you know what? Shout out to everyone who enjoyed the movie. Thank you for going and watching it. And I want to thank, most importantly, I want to thank the people who stood by me when I was down or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna do it that way. But everyone's like, nah, I'm gonna like all the people who actually
Thanks,
matter in
mum.
my
Thanks,
life.
dad. But not you lot. The fans. You guys.
Yeah.
You the real ones.
Like you, the real ones. Like, like so dead. Is this Kanye?
I think it is. I was thinking this as well.
It
yeah.
is. I remember this song. Yeah.
This one was good though, wasn't it?
Don't really remember, but we don't really Kanye. We don't play you right now, I'm afraid. But yeah, anything else? Any last thoughts on this Gary Lineker situation?
It's one thing I was gonna say there, but you got to say about the fan stuff. I find it funny because obviously I watch like Sidemen videos,
Yeah.
and sometimes they might do like a 20-minute side. So basically, they do a Sidemen Sunday. So every Sunday they drop a video,
Yeah.
and then they'll sometimes do like an hour, 2 hour video. Then one time they dropped like a 20-minute video, and then everyone went crazy. How are you only giving us 20 minutes? Da, 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 moaning, and I think they came out and said sorry or something.
Nah.
Yeah, but then this was ages ago. They don't do it anymore now. They just drop it and not care.
Yeah.
But then, it's just like you got a video, you got a good video. Why are you complaining, sort of thing?
And I think this is why fans are like so entitled. As
Yeah.
well, because everyone's always overly thanking them and overly apologizing.
Yeah.
And so like, yeah, you got like all the time, like you'll be watching, like you'll see like a YouTuber or whatever, and people will be making all kinds of demands. Like I watch like some NBA YouTubers who do like challenges on 2K and stuff like that, and you have fans like demanding, like, hey, this is a challenge idea for you, like. Do it. I posted on my like your last video and you haven't done it yet. It better be your next video. And it's like, what you, bro?
Who are you talking?
Yeah, like, I'm looking at these guys like, you must be like sick.
Do they actually take suggestions? From
So
the
they do
comments?
take suggestions, but it's like, and sometimes like they'll put up the post from the person and whatnot, and like they'll thank the person for like the suggestion and whatnot, and it's fine. But like sometimes they comment on it, and they're like, people, if you're rude in your comment, I'm not doing the video because like like I remember one guy was like, yeah, even if your suggestion's fire, I'm gonna do it and I'm not gonna shout you out, and like, which is fine, or B,
Yeah.
I'm just not gonna flat out do it, and yeah, I'm just like, yeah, nah, people are just too entitled, man.
Way too entitled.
It's the world now, man.
Yeah, it's wild. But yeah, anything else on Gaza or the BBC?
Nah, man.
Do you play your TV license? Well, I know Ben doesn't.
Yeah, of course I do.
Did they pay a TV license?
Yeah.
No.
Well, your household does.
I mean, yeah, sure.
But my we don't watch TV.
We don't watch
for that
live
period,
TV, so we don't need to.
Yeah, we don't need to. But yeah, man, people are like, abolish the TV license.
Yeah, that was one thing that was. So this is actually something I saw. Apparently, BBC broke their terms and conditions with the TV license.
Really?
By releasing the Matchday episode because it wasn't deaf accessible. Oh no, sorry, blind accessible. So it wasn't
because there's no
there was no audio. Yeah. So I saw that apparently they're liable for suits now because they didn't. I don't know if it's true or not, but I'm sure there is something in there.
That sounds feasible. I think there's probably ways to get around it.
Yeah,
but it does sound feasible.
But yeah, that's what I was reading, and I was like, yeah, that sounds right. Because yeah, obviously the episode was literally nothing, and then
which would have been stadium noise, isn't it? Just like
nothing.
There
was no. I think was it?
It must have been.
I think it was even game noise.
Some sound.
Actually, no,
I'm like,
I think that was.
I'm about to say, I'm like, surely they must have just had the
They must have had
ground.
Yeah, they must have had ground noise.
But wasn't there commentators for the matches?
They're not allowed.
Yeah, but they don't have the
the
license for that.
Yeah, so BBC,
Okay.
so BBC Match of the Day will have their own commentators that will do over a game, but they don't have the licenses for like Sky Sports or BT Sports and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it was just ground sound. But yeah, it was. So yeah, apparently they broke their terms and conditions with that. And then I also saw people saying, yeah, they need to get some money back because they're paying for Match of the Day and they lost out. So then they will get some money back.
A few pennies.
Yeah.
For the missed episode. Wild. But yeah, let's get into our second song then. So that one was gonna be Frisco's new song with Infamousizak. Track is entitled UFO. This one's a vibe. This one's a zoners, man. Take this one in. We'll be back.
Babes on my feet, yeah, I'm stepping in ape shit. They told me I'm sick, but I'm feeling great. UFO sighting, I'm fresh off a spaceship. Lifestyle basic, I can't relate. One by one, them get bun. Precision, too much fun. Drink can't stop till the party done. Party done, I like that one. Sweetest thing, she has cinnamon bun. Realest one. Set good girl, I'm my favorite one. Would you?
Empress, you're my favorite one. How could you not rate this one? Told me she heard about me. Well, surprise, baby, I'm the baitest one. DJs ever play this one? 2-2s, man can't try get it for free though. The man them fully loaded. Come, let me see who want play hero. Run up and get done up. We don't play. Draw me out and I'll do something irrational. Hit with the Asco. If this is the engine, I am the Castro. I am the first one. Better than me.
And we're back. Shout out to Frisco and Infamousizak, or just Isaac on the last one. Track entitled UFO. Nice vibes, man. Bars. All of that good stuff.
In the media.
Right, yes. So for our in the media, obviously the second part of You Season 4 recently dropped. We've all watched it. If you haven't, and you're planning to, make sure you follow us on all the social media sites. Go do something else. Go watch You Season 4 Part 2, and then come back and listen to the rest of the episode because we're about to go into it, deep dive, give our thoughts, our opinions, all of that good stuff. Yeah, I think Bez has got a little summary for us. So yeah, Bez, if you want to give us a little refresher, a little reminder of what's gone on in season 4.
Okay.
Part 2 of season 4.
Season 4, part 2. So obviously starts off and Joe is trying to stalk Reese because he needs to try and he's his new you. Hello, you. He's gonna try and get him, trying to kill him. So he's told that they're gonna work together. He needs to plant. He gets given the ear from Simon with the earring attached to it, and he's got to plant that on someone to frame someone. So now Joe's got to find someone. He's got to plant basically to frame them for their murders as the Eat the Rich killer.
Yeah.
Then there's one woman she is at these rallies and stuff. She's one of what's the boyfriend's name again? The Phoebe's fiance.
Oh,
Simon? No, not
no,
Simon.
no,
Simon's
not
the
Simon.
Asian guy.
It's
Adam.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's one of his staff. So she takes Phoebe up to a hotel room, kidnaps her essentially, and holds her hostage because she has
she has a disorder where she feels that she's friends with someone, where she has a relationship with someone that she doesn't.
Erotomania.
That's it.
Yeah. So she's got this relationship with Phoebe where she doesn't. So she's like
she thinks they're best friends.
Yeah, thinks they're best friends. She's got a tattoo on her arm of Soul Sisters. And then Joe comes in, saves the day as he does,
and frames the
Jonathan
woman
Moore.
to be in the Eat the Rich Killer.
Yeah, and then frames her, so she gets arrested, and then that's pretty much the first episode summary. Next episode, Joe is gone with Kate to meet her dad. Her dad's a rich.
They're together now, by the way.
He goes to her and says,
I want you.
Yeah.
Well, he says, I want to be with you. And then she says, let's be together then.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
I want you.
So obviously she doesn't really like her dad or anything, but then they've gone to go meet the dad. And
the dad knows who he is.
Yeah, the dad says to him, "Hello, Joe."
And he's like, what?
So dad knows who he is, and dad tells him that he needs to kill Reese because the dad wants to run for mayor, isn't it, essentially? Or
the dad wants someone else to run for mayor.
Yeah.
Not Reese.
Yeah, so dad wants to be in power, sort of thing.
And Reese wants him to kill the dad because the dad is holding something over Reese.
Yeah. So then Joe speaks to dad, gets Reese to come to his apartment, telling him that he's got information on him, tries to get out of Reese, sets up cameras and stuff, but doesn't work.
Reese is too smart for that.
Yeah, Reese clocks on straight away.
Do you think I'm stupid?
And then after that, Joe pulls up on Reese's yard, follows him, pulls up at his house, drags him out.
Yeah, ties him up to the chair.
Tortures him.
Because he thinks he's got Marianne.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So Marianne, the woman from season 3 who he was in love with, from season 3.
Yeah.
He basically told her that she's been kidnapped.
Yeah.
And if he doesn't kill the dad, then he won't see her again. She won't see her daughter again, essentially.
Yeah.
So he kidnaps Reese, gets cable ties it around his testicles.
So mad,
and tighten them, try and get out. He doesn't talk, and then he kills him.
Yeah, in a ball of rage.
I didn't mean to.
And then so he's dead there, naked on the chair. And then what happens?
Reese pops up behind him
in a suit, suited and booted,
looking fresh, looking untortured.
And then so
swerve. Okay, so let's just pause then. What did you lot think of this? Cam, we spoke a bit before, so it sounds like you already knew it was happening.
Yeah, so obviously you'd mentioned before the second part had come out, you'd mentioned that you'd seen online that someone said they think the Reese that we were seeing isn't the actual Reese, it's just a figment of Joe's imagination.
Yeah.
And so when I went into season 2, part 2 even,
you had that in the back of your
head. I had that in the back of my head. So there were little things I was like, that were like little clues for me to solidify that as the actual true thing. So when it came out that it wasn't a surprise. So like in the first episode when he goes to the Reese's rally, I was already thinking about it, but then he looks at Reese in the face, like they see each other, but there doesn't seem to be any acknowledgement on Reese's side.
Yeah.
And then also, when Reese came round to the house, this can kind of be written off as like a media thing, but obviously when Joe gets into the room with the erotomaniac and Phoebe, Phoebe's the one that brings up the point of that word, erotomaniac. But then when Reese comes round to Joe's house in the next episode, Reese says, "Good job, erotomaniac," makes sense. And I was like, how would he know that that's the way that it was painted? Unless,
I mean, it might come out in the news.
No, that's what I said.
It
could be that it would have been like that. Could be written off as he saw it in the newspapers or on TV or whatever.
Yeah,
which is fine. And then as soon as he said about Marianne being kidnapped, I was like, oh, so Joe's kidnapped her and stashed her somewhere.
Yeah.
But doesn't know.
So I saw that, and I kind of thought, I was half convinced, but not really convinced. So I was a bit like, I think this is along the right track, but also I wasn't sure how they were going to explain it, because I still think there's a couple holes. For example, when Joe was being hunted by my man in the woods.
This is what one thing that I was thinking as well.
How did Reese save him? Because Reese saves him from Rogue.
No, he already
Oh, he
overpowered
he overpowered Road, but then Reese
comes over and then kidnaps them both.
Because
So
but he is when he passes out. He goes
so
so
from
he
our
would've just-
perspective, Reese comes and knocks him out.
yeah,
But what actually happens is he just flips to his other personality.
yeah, true.
And then locks them both up. The bigger question, I mean,
Why does he look himself up?
the thing is, it's all hard to say because it's all. I mean, we're seeing things from Joe's perspective, which is warped. So it's like there are a lot of things that you would probably have to go back. They'd have to go back and replay everything.
It as how it actually happened.
Yeah. So it's hard.
But the one for me as well was when he was chained up. Obviously, they kind of showed the lamp being dropped for the fire to start, but it kind of didn't make sense on how he was chained up and how he chained himself up,
and then dropped
set the fire and stuff.
Yeah.
And then he broke free after the flames had actually started, and that's when he helped the guy out. And I don't know if the guy wasn't awake.
But I guess
probably
the
just
point
wasn't
is,
chained up.
that's what I was about to say. He probably just wasn't chained up. He probably was
maybe
just in his head.
He thought he was. Yeah, true.
But yeah, so that happens. Reese doesn't actually exist. This is all a figment of Joe's imagination. He's actually a rotomaniac.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For Reese.
To Reese. So where the other woman was for Lady PB, Joe is having the same thing with Reese.
So Joe is the actual Eat the Rich killer, not Reese, who we thought it was in the last part of the first season 4.
Yeah.
So Joe is erotomaniac. And then now him and Reese. So basically, then they recap things. So they recap Marianne being kidnapped, and they show that Joe was the one who kidnapped her and spiked her drink after letting her leave, and then took her into captive and had her up in his flat for a while, and then has got his box back, his glass box.
I was so gassed when I saw it. I was like, he doesn't have a box of things, and he also doesn't have the glass box.
Yeah.
But then they showed that he has both of those things.
Yeah.
I was like, how does he get this glass box everywhere he goes?
I know.
This is what I think as well. Does he build it or he just...
But how is he, the place where it is, how is he building it in there? It's like a rundown piece of something. People would see him going in and out.
With massive panes of glass.
It's jokes.
And he upgraded it as well to have a keypad.
Yeah, because he doesn't have a key now. I was thinking there's always a key in there, but then now he's got a keypad rather than the key. But then so Marianne's in the glass box. The one of his students has found her, and then they're kind of recapping how she got there.
Yeah.
And then Joe broke her arm when they had a little bit of a fight because she
tried to escape.
Yeah,
she tried to bamboozle him in that escape.
Yeah, so she pretended to be asleep when she wasn't. Woke up, Joe pushed her to the ground, broke her arm, and then now she's going through it, trying to stay off drugs because she's an addict and doesn't want to get back on the drugs, and then also trying to get herself stronger, trying to get her arm stronger. She's eating Indian food all the time because that's all that's around, and that's what Joe's bringing her. And you can see in Joe from his voice and stuff, his tone, that he is just not himself.
Not so they show it as if he's had a personality break.
Yeah.
So he's really like, all the killing that he's done has really messed with his head, and he's split his personalities into Joe, the good guy, and all his evil kind of killing murderous has split into this Reese persona that he's playing.
Yeah, it's just all his like
demons.
Yeah, and it's his constant "I'm a good guy" thing is just forced him to be like, I can't consider myself as this thing.
Yeah, that after everything I've done, I can't consider myself to be good.
Yeah.
So, and just like his internal brain trying to figure out how he can be a good person while he's doing all these things, just splits it. They're just like, okay, well, this is how. You'll be good over here, and you'll be evil over here.
Yeah. But then, so then obviously that happens. And then now Joe is trying to hunt down where he's put Marianne because he doesn't know. Obviously, it was his Reese personality, and Reese won't tell him. So he's trying to now hunt Marianne, trying to find out where she is. Eventually finds her. And the student is also in the room. Luckily, didn't get caught. And then he says basically he's going to save her and he's going to get her out and stuff.
And let her go.
He's going to let her go. But he doesn't know the key code and stuff. But so he's trying to sort things out before he can let her go. It's Phoebe and Adam's engagement party, so he's got to go there and sort out that business.
Phoebe is also having a nervous breakdown.
Yeah.
And he's literally doing a season 2 again because at the end of season 2, he's trying to do the same thing. He's trying to like sort out his things and then let
the person go. It was
Delilah out.
Delilah,
yeah.
And
But then he comes back to find
kills
they're
her.
dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he starts. This is what you're saying earlier. He's had a mental break, and he starts seeing like Love and Beck and all the people from the past seasons.
That was good.
That was good, yeah.
Yeah.
And they were all giving it to him.
Yeah.
he deserves.
And the main point was you need to kill yourself.
Yeah. So he decided that he was going to do that.
Yeah. So he's gonna go to the party, have his last day with Kate, who he's in love with, and all this, and then go back, let Marianne free, let her go, and then he's gonna kill himself, and that's the way to end the cycle.
Basically, that more or less happens, except the party just shambles because Phoebe's having a absolute shocker.
They're trying to convince Phoebe
Adam's
not to
garbage.
marry Adam. Joe obviously said something amazing and
He can't
magical
remember what.
that no one knows what he said. Phoebe loves and wants to be attached to him forever now because of it.
Yeah.
But we don't know what. I want to know what he
Well,
said.
it was. I know, it's crazy. I can't believe they left that loose. But hey ho. But yeah, so basically that happens. They fail. They get kicked out of the engagement party, and then basically Joe goes off to kill himself.
It wasn't engaged. They got married though. It wasn't an engagement party. It was an actual wedding.
Oh yeah, it was the actual wedding.
And
Sorry.
Adam's trying to use her for her money and to. He basically said that he's expanding his business. He's gonna give his cars away if he doesn't get married to her, essentially. And so they got married.
So yeah, Joe jumps off a building.
Bless you.
Jumps off a bridge. Sorry, into
The River Thames.
Oh yeah, that is.
Was it actually River Thames? I didn't realize.
He's in London.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it could have been. They wouldn't have done anywhere else. So yeah, you have to assume he jumps into the River Thames, but he doesn't die. And
I'm not gonna lie. When he had decided to die, kill himself, I was like, yes, I think this is a good way to end the show. Kill him, make him kill himself.
Yeah,
and then that's it. I was happy. I was actually
the way they
ready
had
for it to be ended.
the thing at the beginning, the
disclaimer.
at the beginning.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, he's gonna M himself, and I thought when he was jumping into the river to do it by drowning, I was like, he's not gonna die.
Yeah, I mean, I was like, this is a hard way to kill yourself.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was ready for the show to be over, but then I saw how much time was left, and I was like, God damn it.
I kind of was like, I was like, when I saw he was doing it that way, I was like, yeah, he's not going to die. So, and then basically, he wakes up in hospital. Kate's like, what the dude? And he's like, I'm a horrible person. And she's like, I am too. And I'm like, yeah, you both are. But she's like, yeah, I am too. But the fact that we know we're horrible means we're actually good. And he's like, you're right. And so
the craziest thing for me is that he kind of realizes that what he wants more than anything is for someone to see him and not freak out about it. Mm-hmm. But he had that with love.
Yeah.
But he just didn't like what he saw in her, which was exactly the same as what he was.
But he did. She
had no remorse for her
she's
actions.
like how he is now. So as in, she just accepted that she was messed up.
Yeah,
and
she
evil,
kills
blah, blah,
when she needs to. That's
it. Yeah. Whereas he was like, everyone I've killed was an accident, and so he couldn't he was like,
he couldn't process.
Yeah,
that.
I'm not the same as you because I'm a good person who's made some mistakes, and you've done all these things on purpose. So he's like that. So now he's fully leaning into, just to kind of wrap it up, he catches the student snooping at his house.
Missed a couple of bits though, because obviously there was the bit with Marianne where he went in to release her and she was found dead.
Yeah, but she's not actually dead.
Yeah,
great stuff.
But yeah,
I was surprised by that though. They planned it. Good plan.
Good plan. Marianne got away. She's with her child and happy. It's good.
And Adam was killed by the erotic people.
Set up by thingy's dad.
The dad.
Yeah, the dad. Yeah.
Yeah.
The people who killed him
were the erotic people who killed him.
They
strapped him to the bed and then tortured him and killed him.
I didn't clock that. Damn. Okay.
Did you?
What do you mean you didn't clock that?
The erotic people.
Erotic.
I thought you were saying it was.
Oh no! I mean erotic as in they were sexually.
Yeah. I see what you mean. He was trying to be a sexual demon.
Yeah.
And he got emmed.
And then they've killed the dad as well at this point.
Joe did.
Joe kills the dad.
Joe kills the dad. Yeah, sorry.
Kills the dad. Frames the bodyguard.
Yeah.
Just classic Joe stuff.
And then Kate's cool with it all.
Yeah, she didn't like him anyway, and she's become the head of his empire and the money and things.
She's just inherited all the goodness.
So, and then basically, yeah, Joe's
Dexter.
student, basically, Joe's student finds the evidence that she needs with her boyfriend, but Joe's killed her boyfriend and he frames her for it. And he's basically leaning into the fact that he's an evil bastard now. And he's using Kate's billions to cover up everything he needs to cover up. He's no longer Jonathan Moore. He's come back as Joe Goldberg. They're doing
He's back in the US.
The guy who
back in New York.
back in the US, back in New York.
escapes the crazy love.
Yeah, he's doing interviews, spinning everything. He's got publicists and PR people now who are all on point trying to help him out. Kate, we have to assume Kate knows everything at this point. And
I mean, we don't. Their whole thing was she's not. When I'm not gonna ask about your past, you're not gonna ask on my mind. So we don't have to assume that she knows.
but he's
I thought she came clean when they were.
She came
she
clean.
came, and he's
But-
also said
yeah,
he
I
told
thought
her
he
I
came clean,
killed
He's
people.
but she doesn't know. She doesn't have to know the specifics.
Okay. Well, she knows that he's killed people, and she's okay with it. So yeah, the idea now is that he's got this machine behind him, and he can kill and do whatever he needs to do, and Kate will keep him good because he knows in his heart he's good. What do you lot think? All right, so what do you lot think about it overall? I was like, when it ended, I was like, I need the next season now because I need to see what this
where it's
version.
going.
I need to see what this version of Joe does. Like, also, I felt entirely justified because from episode 1, I didn't like Kate, and the fact that he was like, I've killed people, and she was like, but you think you're good, so you are. And I was like, yeah, I knew I didn't like you. Like,
Yeah, she was annoying as well. She's horrible.
her philosophy is so, like, I feel like she's mad because yes, she's killed people also, like indirectly,
Yeah.
but I feel like people who've killed people indirectly are scumbags and are evil as well. But I feel like they would be like Job with love, in that.
Yeah, we're not the same.
Yeah, we're not like I did this and I feel bad about it.
Yeah.
But you are, yeah, but no, she was just like, yeah, but let's look at this a different way. Like let's come at this from a different angle. And I'm like, yeah, no, you're a scumbag. So yeah.
I'm in like two minds about this new Joe because I'm like, literally since season 2, I've actually liked Joe's character, like, but. I mean,
Scary.
even
So this is why our sister's recommending certain shows to you, my guy.
No, but it's not about. I mean, it's like it's just separate from all the killing. I enjoy the fact that he has, or he seems to have a bit of a heart. Like separate from the killing, like his interactions with people that he doesn't deem as a threat or that he's not trying to get with.
Mm-hmm.
Like separate from love, separate from Beck, separate from the people that he thinks are bringing his loves down.
Mm-hmm.
I think he has good relationships with them. So like people like Delilah, people like Delilah's sister Ellie, like people like Paco, even though that was a bit techie.
Yeah.
And then even the girlfriend that he gets in season 1 as well. I forget her name.
The black one.
Yeah. And then I think I enjoyed those moments on screen with them where they are just seeing the guy he's trying to be. I really enjoyed those scenes, and so I really liked his character. But then what he did to the girl in the end of this season, just because she's meant to be that character
in this season, yeah, like that's the character that he lets go and sets them up with a new life, kind of thing. Like
he's meant to push them forwards to have a better life.
Yeah.
Instead, he just set her up to have a garbage life.
But she's alive.
But she's in prison, so who cares? Like
For murder as well, not even like for a little thing.
The hilarious part was that she just did that. She hasn't said anything.
I mean, it's because she's a good. First of all, she's a good person. Second of all, she knows she can't do anything.
There's nothing that can be said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I hate that he did that. When I saw that he did that, I was like, no. I was like, he's being weird about.
But
this
this is
whole
what he has to
situation.
be. This is his character change. So
No,
you're just. I know you liked the old character, but
That's why I said I'm in two minds about it,
Yeah.
because that's something I liked about him, but I also hated his delusional side where he thought he was a good person even though he was doing absolute crud. So I'm excited to see what he does now that he knows fully unleashed.
Yeah. Yeah. I So this is me. I want to see Like I didn't like me honestly most of the time when he was having these interactions with these people. I was like, these people need to get the hell away from this set. Like that was my like these people. Like I was watching it, I'm like, these people are great. They need to stay as far away from him as possible. Like, because yeah, we saw what happened to Delilah. Obviously, he didn't kill her.
Yeah.
But he locked her up.
Yeah.
He put her in the place. He put her in danger in the first place. So yeah. I've never liked Joe. I've liked the show, and I've liked a lot of the supporting cast. Like for example, this season, Phoebe, Lady Phoebe, that's my girl. Shout out Lady Phoebe, man. Like when she was having a nervous breakdown, I was like, no, Phoebe.
when she went to leave the wedding, like the after party or whatever.
Yeah.
I thought she was going to go jump, and I was like, no,
No.
please, no, don't die.
She's like working with kids and stuff now, isn't she?
Yeah.
she's
So
living
like
a good life.
Yeah.
that's what I said. I was like, yeah, you turned your life around, man. I'd love to see it. Everyone else this season was pretty much a scumbag. I didn't really like his student either.
Nah, she was annoying.
She was a bit like,
Yeah.
shut up. But in the other seasons, like Delilah was cool. Ellie was quite cool. Paco, like he had his issues, but he was alright as well as a child. Like, Benji, I liked Benji. You didn't like Benji.
I liked Benji.
But I liked
Benji. But he was similar to the people this season. Like probably like pretentious, one of them ones. Like,
but he was like,
he was funny though with it because
he was funny with it, and he was in a negative position from pretty much the jump.
Yeah.
Whereas they were always they were being pretentious and dickish from a position
True.
of power, where he was being pretentious while locked up in a cage. So it just hits a bit different.
There was a better version of him though. Will from season 2.
Oh yeah.
Because he was locked up from the jump as well.
Yeah.
But he was like
I
properly.
liked him as well.
Yeah.
Will was cool. I like that Will's actor. I think
Penguin.
I think he's a decent actor.
Yeah.
And also when Will locks up, when Joe locks up Delilah, because we've already seen him let Will go, it doesn't seem as bad as it was. Because he's like, I'm gonna let you go, and we have reason to believe that he's going to do it.
Yeah.
And then obviously
What happens. But yeah, I'm very excited to see where this version of Joe goes. I'm very excited to see if he's told Kate everything or if he hasn't. And I feel like the show will be different depending on which one.
Yeah.
Whether he has or he hasn't. If he hasn't, he'll still need to be. He'll probably still be. He'll still probably be sneaking around a little bit as well.
I like the sneaky side of him though, like him doing his little stalking and all that sort of stuff.
I feel like that would still be there, but it would just won't be with Kate.
Yeah.
So as in whatever he's doing, I don't know, but he'll be sneaking around with whoever his target is.
But then if he's in such a position of power now, you might not need to. Might just walk up to someone and just like.
That's just not him. He's not gonna do that.
What I was going to say is, I wonder if he's, because obviously, apart from this most recent season, his you has been like a love interest.
Yeah.
But now he has Kate.
Yeah.
Is he going to have a love interest again?
But
he had love, and then.
But he didn't love at the end, at the beginning of season 3.
But for example, his you this season, as much as it was in his head, wasn't a love interest.
No, it was.
So I feel like he could definitely. I feel like he has an obsessive personality, and he just obsesses over someone for some reason. So it doesn't necessarily have to be. I feel like if him and Kate are good, it might not be a love. It could
Just
be
an interesting person that
interesting person that he's
someone doing something that he's not. It doesn't agree with.
Somehow,
because I don't.
I feel like it could be a friend. It could be someone that works. Maybe it's a rival that works with Kate.
This is the thing I'm thinking: is it going to be like he's just going to kill random people now? Or is he going to kill people who do? He's going to be Batman. He's going to kill people who do wrong.
It's going to be Dexter.
Yeah, or Dexter. Yeah, he's going to have his dark passenger.
Batman doesn't kill, my guy.
Yeah, true. He just disables.
Do you think he bought Mooney's again? Because they said that he bought a bookstore. So it could be Mooney's if they're back in New York.
Yeah, tradition, isn't it?
Yeah.
And he's going to have the box
have his little box in the basement.
Yeah.
So yeah, is he going to be Dexter now and just basically killing people who do wrong? Like, just he's going to stalk them, and
he might do that. He might literally just start going after people. He might be like, he might do.
Yeah, he might just see something on the news.
That's what I was going to say. He might do light.
Okay. And also with his money, he can go anywhere in the world. So he could go catch someone in any country.
Imagine global. He's South Africa. Just
who is Kira killing people around
in Japan? He's in Shiganshina.
Yeah. Or maybe that's what it. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe the you becomes a. So for example, this his student hasn't said anything, but there's been people that have been somewhat onto him. So maybe it's someone that's kind of like, I know you killed love.
Tying up loose ends.
Yeah, maybe it's someone like
Someone from Marjolinda, the neighborhood that they lived in.
Yeah, and I know you killed love, and I know you've done the same thing and every time you're about people dying. Beck was dead. His ex that we didn't even see from before, she's dead now. Because she wasn't dead until...
How did she... Candice, how did she die
Love kills
again?
her.
Love kills her.
Oh, yeah.
But yes, so it's like, okay, we know Beck died, because these are all things that hit the news as well. So it could just be someone that's like, okay, Beck and Joe and her boyfriend Joe Goldberg, Love, and her husband Joe Goldberg, Candice, who had a relationship with Joe Goldberg. Like, yeah, all of this stuff happened. Like, Eat the Rich Killer around all these people. Who was about Joe Goldberg? Like, they could literally just be someone who keeps up with the news, who decides to become a private detective and just approaches Joe like, I know it's you, and then he flips it. And I'm like, okay, cool, I'm coming after you.
Going after you.
Well, there was the guy who threatened him at the start of the season, where he said, "Yeah, pay me for my silence, because I know you." And Love's dad sent me to come and get you. Yeah. And then so he might have to go after him. I go after Love's dad now, because Love's dad obviously knows there's something fishy there.
Yeah, exactly. So it could be any of that. So this is my thing. This is why I was like, I need to know what happens next, because it's just got so many avenues it could go through. Go down. Very, very curious.
It's like
I'm not like fiending for the next season. I'm pretty satisfied with the end of that season, and the next season can come whenever it wants.
I'm more like you. Yeah. I'm like, because I feel like last season. And season 3 was that one was like satisfying. I'm like, I'm done. I don't need another season now. It could end here. It could not end here.
Amen.
And then now it's like, no, I need.
That's where I'm at now. I was like fully like, as I said, when he was good, when it looked like he was gonna kill himself, I was happy for it to end there, and then it didn't, and I was like, okay, let's see what happens at the end of this episode now. And I'm like, yeah, cool.
I was literally like, up until the last 20 minutes of the last episode, I was like, yeah, this show is run its course. If this is the end, this is the end. That's fine. But then the last 20 minutes happened, and I'm like, this has so much more life. Like, keep going for another 8 Nah, not. But I'm like, yeah, I'm
got
like
1, 2 in it.
Yeah, I'm like, this version of Joe has some more legs. I'm like, I don't think it could continue with him being the same way that he has been.
Yeah, definitely.
But this version of Joe, I feel like you got a couple more seasons in it of where it's still interesting. So I'm like, yeah, let's see what's going on. But yeah, any last thoughts on you?
Nah, man, just hopefully next season isn't like 2 years away or something, because they're normally like a year or two away, or a year and a half away.
Yeah, I think the length between, what was it, 2 and 3 was only because of COVID.
Okay.
Oh, right, yeah.
But 3 and 4 was like a year, wasn't it? Also,
something like
that. Over a year.
Yeah.
What genre of book do you think we're going to get next time that's going to be parodied? Personally, I'm hoping Isekai.
What, Joe gets dragged into a game world?
Could you imagine?
I feel like it will probably be like, because this season was like this detective kind of thing.
Yeah, murder mystery.
Yeah. I feel like it will be like, I don't know.
So like, I feel like the first one was romance, definitely.
Yeah.
It was like a romantic vibes. The second one was kind of similar.
The second one was, I can't remember now. But I feel like it will be like, because obviously he's going to go, I mean, he might go on like a serial killer vibe.
Yeah. So it could just be thrillerish.
Yeah.
I feel like it would be thrillerish. That's what I'm thinking.
The second one was Crime and Punishment.
Oh, that's I can't remember what that's about. Google it quickly.
Okay. Crime and Punishment.
But yeah, I feel like maybe like thrillerish vibes, and obviously from his perspective, we watch it from the perspective of him being the thriller guy.
Yeah. Him be the murderer, whereas like Scream, it's just like he's got him as the murderer though.
It says this follows the mental anguish and moral dilemmas of main character name. I mean that kind of fits, right?
That fits, yeah, because he was like, oh, I'm not looking for love, and then he bumps into Love, and her name is literally Love.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because he calls LA like his personal prison kind of thing.
Yeah,
because he hates it.
Yeah.
And he hates the people.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So yeah, we'll see what happens with that.
The watch list.
Right then. So this segues quite nicely into the watch list then. So let's get into that, and then we can call it an episode. So who wants to get us started?
I can go first. So the main thing I've been watching is Boston Legal, which is a legal drama comedy. Yeah, drama comedy, which is quite funny. Set in Boston, obviously, with a bunch of eccentric characters.
One played by William Shatner. Denny Crane.
What's his name? Captain Kirk, isn't it? Or,
Mm.
One of them guys. Yeah, it's quite interesting because I've watched a few legal dramas in my time, and all the time the main characters, not all the time, but like most of the time they're like really good lawyers, and in this again they're pretty good lawyers, except that they're kind of weird, and so when they enter the courtroom, they're like usually battling with every single person in the courtroom, like the opposing lawyers and also the judges as well.
Yeah.
And the judges don't like any of them really.
Yeah.
But then like the main two guys, Denny Crane and Alan Shaw, kind of play it off and are like funny in the situations, and like they know how to talk. They know how to get the words out and like plead their case and whatever. So it's quite interesting, and I'm probably gonna keep watching it.
Is it on Disney Plus?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's good. I've watched it. I watched it ages ago, so I only vaguely remember what was happening, but I remember enjoying it a lot.
Yeah, I remember it used to pop up on TV a lot, and people used to talk about it, but I never watched it. I thought it was a serious show. I remember it was a comedy.
Nah, it's like if me and Cam were talking about it earlier, but it kind of straddles the line between being serious and
like it deals in like quite serious topics pretty much every episode.
But
It's
the
like
characters
Suits.
are it's less serious than Suits. I would say.
Oh, okay.
Because it's like I don't know. I'm trying to think of like a comparison, but like
for example, one of the Denny Crane, right? He in one episode he's meant to be defending a rapist killer. Mm-hmm. Instead of doing that, he shoots the guy twice in his knees.
Okay. Wow.
So, like, that's the thing, right? So the rapist killer, that's pretty deep, but he has some morals, and he's like, I don't want to defend this guy. This guy should be in prison. And to get out of it, his solution is to shoot the guy in his knees.
So the first episode, one of the storylines of the first episode, I remember this because it was cracking me up. One of their major clients wanted them to hire a private detective because he thought his wife was cheating on him. Mm-hmm. And he's got like this youngish wife. He's like really, really rich, so he's got like this young trophy wife, blah, blah, blah. And they were like, why do you care? You could get another one. You've had like 7 this year, kind of thing, blah, 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 like all of this stuff, right? Mm-hmm. So Denny Crane, again, he's like, I'm not hiring a private detective, boom. So the client goes to like a younger, like a junior partner, and says, Denny's not going to hire a private detective, I want you to do it for me. So then she goes back to Denny and is like, why are you not hiring the detective for one of our top clients? And he's like, because I'm the one sleeping with his wife. So and then that situation just like plays, like it just snowballs, and then it comes out, and then there's a big drama. And it's just like, yeah. So like, as you can tell, like it's serious themes, but it's comedic at the same time. So it's really good. It's really good.
I might give that a watch.
And then I'm also still watching, obviously I'm still watching How I Met Your Father, which...
Every time, I hear How I Met Your... I'm like... I almost finish it in my head as mother, and then you say father, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's the thing.
What is that? Oh,
I honestly have, when I'm saying the words, I have to think
consciously.
Father.
But yeah, I'm watching it, and it's getting more middling. Like it was really bad before, now it's picking up to more middling. Like obviously, I said a few episodes that there was a good episode. Yeah. And I actually rewatched a few bits from that episode, and I was cracking up. But it doesn't make me laugh out loud a lot, as How I Met Your Mother used to. And I actually watched a YouTube video on it today, just comparing the two, or like describing like what makes How I Met Your Mother good, and then why How I Met Your Father doesn't quite live up to that. And I agreed with what the video was saying. It's like the way the story is told from Ted is different. How I Met Your Father is just missing that storytelling element, because I feel like the characters in this show aren't good storytellers, or they're not written to be good storytellers. Like obviously Ted was telling the story to his kids, but then even in his actual life, in the story that he's telling, he is a storyteller also. Just like to his friends, he'll just tell a story of something that happened. And so that brings more flashbacks into it and stuff like that. I feel like this character, Sophie, she's not good. She doesn't tell good stories. So the story she's telling is not very good. She doesn't really have like these good flashback moments in the actual story. And I just realized like last week that the woman who's playing Sophie is Lizzie McGuire.
Yeah.
I didn't realize.
Shame.
Because
obviously
actually,
I haven't seen it,
they did a flashback to a scene from Lizzie McGuire.
Oh, okay.
That's hilarious. Being meta, yeah.
Yeah.
I guess because it's Disney, isn't it? So, or is it not?
Yeah,
Disney?
it is, I guess, because it is on Disney Plus. But yeah. And so I mean, it's picking up. It may become a good show in a season or two.
I still stand by the fact that you should give the show 7 minutes. And if you're in it after 7 minutes,
I have to
exit and move on with life.
A normal show, sure, but this one, because of the meaning of, or not the meaning, but the amount of time that I spend watching How I Met Your Mother, I had to give this show a good amount of time too.
This is why The Flash is still happening, because everyone watched the first 7 minutes of The Flash, was like, this is garbage, but I like Arrow, so I'm going to keep going. And then now The Flash is in season 35.
It's only season 9.
You'll get season 35 one day.
You're not wrong. You're honestly not wrong, but you have to give it a bit of time. But and then I watched the first episode of that show, the one that my sister recommended, about the psychopath, end of the effing world. I didn't really like it. I may go back to it, give it another ep, see what's going on. But yeah, I'm not sure about that one. And I also watched the first episode of Wednesday, which I think was pretty good. But I haven't gone back to it yet.
Have you seen Addams Family?
No.
Okay.
But yeah, that's me.
Wednesday was vibes, though. You have to watch Addams Family to watch Wednesday.
Cool. Bez, what you telling us?
So I've been watching Spartacus. Recently.
Classic.
Yeah, man. Not the movie, the show.
The show, yeah.
It's
old.
Yeah, it's like 2010, 2013 kind of lifespan.
I remember watching it at uni.
Yeah, it's such a good show. I've seen it before, but it's like
it's hype. It's kind of like when Game of Thrones started popping off.
Yeah,
I wasn't really on it because I was like, I already like seeing Spartacus. I don't really need to watch this. And then people were like, it's better than Spartacus. I was like, okay, fair enough.
Yeah, I think same thing. I was like, but Spartacus was
because Spartacus was nang.
Yeah, it was so good, man. Like I finished it. It's an amazing show. It's a shame about Andy Whitfield. He was the first Spartacus, so they changed because he was the guy, man. He was so good. And then obviously I watched Creed 3 yesterday, which was really good. If you like the Creed movies, then I would say watch it. It's very similar to. Second.
I was just going to ask, have you seen the second one?
Nope.
Okay.
Have you seen the second one?
No. Because we watched the first one together.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But I haven't seen it anymore. I honestly didn't realise there was a second one until the third one came out.
Same. Literally same.
Also, I don't like Tessa Thompson anymore. Like, in the first one, I was like, this girl's nice.
Yeah.
Now I'm like, I don't want to see her anymore.
Based on what?
Based on, what do you mean?
Poor or
yeah,
pretty much. I assume it's just because I've just seen her so much in these Marvel movies, and now I'm just over it.
So Tessa Thompson's character in Creed was my favorite thing about that movie. Like, I didn't care about the boxing, I didn't care about Michael B. Jordan, I didn't care about none of that stuff. I liked her character. I thought her character was cool. Then I don't know if she was back in the second one. I don't know if she's
she
is.
Is
she in the
both
third
of them,
one?
yeah.
But kind of similar to you, Cam. Like, I feel like she's just Valkyrie now. Especially since I saw that direct line of it. It's kind of like, this is awkward now.
Why is Valkyrie now in Creed? How could she marry to Michael B. Jordan?
Yeah, like, this is all strange. And then she was, like, people were saying that she was in open relationship with Taika Waititi and Rita Ora and all of
Yeah.
this stuff. I'm like, I'm just, too, you're overexposed now.
Yeah.
Like when I see your face, there's too much going on. Like,
When I saw you the first time, I didn't know who you were.
yeah, and like I was just seeing your character that you're playing, and now I'm seeing Tessa Thompson, the actress, and it's odd.
But no, the movie is very good though. 2 was good as well. I think
Yeah.
one. I really enjoyed 1. Then I enjoyed 2 as well, but I enjoyed 3 more than 2. But then it's not as much as 1. I feel like. But then I don't know. It might be better than 1. I'm not.
It's Stallone in them.
He's not in the third one. No,
He's on the third
He's in the first and second, but not the third.
Yeah. No, he's in the first. But yeah.
It's got the Kang. Is it Kang from Ant-Man? Yeah, him in the third one. And it's basically
he's the opponent.
Yeah, he's the opponent. But it's really good, man. The story is quite good to it. Like the fight scenes, I thought were choreographed so well. Yeah, I'd recommend. It was good. I enjoyed it. But obviously, if you didn't like the first one that much, then I wouldn't say go watch it at the cinema or anything. But it's definitely worth watching when it comes out. And then I watched Fantastic Beasts, the Dumbledore one, which I just didn't like. Not a fan of Fantastic Beasts movie. Just watched it because
franchise.
No, the Harry Potter franchise.
You didn't like the other ones?
I didn't like the other ones either.
Okay, I enjoyed the first one quite a bit.
Yeah,
And the second one, I liked as well, but I haven't seen the third one yet.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan. And then I think that's it. Yeah, but mostly Spartacus. That's actually my show.
Vibes. Right then.
What about My Hero? You up to date with that?
Oh yeah, I've watched. Yeah, I'm up to date with that anime.
I still haven't-
My Hero
I
and
still
One
haven't.
Piece.
So sick.
Not One Piece. Yeah, One Piece.
I've
And Blue Lock.
Okay.
So
I watched the first couple episodes of Gintama.
it's funny. Yeah.
Not really.
It's kind of funny, but I feel like it starts in a weird place.
This is the thing. I feel like because there's I think the first like 20 or 50 episodes are in English, so I might watch the first 50 in English just to try and get me into it, and then I'll watch the rest in Japanese.
So like, as far as I know,
Are you talking about
Gintama.
the original or like?
Yeah, the OG one.
Okay.
As far as I know, people always said the original Gintama, the first like 30 episodes are okay,
Yeah.
and then after that it just becomes the funniest thing ever.
Okay.
That's what I always heard people say.
Yeah.
And then I was always like, you are gassing me because of how much you're saying it's like so hilarious.
Yeah.
But also, can I sit through 30 episodes? Of like,
Oh, okay.
and they're like, you can't skip it because it kind of gives you a background on who the characters are, blah, blah, blah. And then which makes things that happen later funny because you know
Yeah.
you have the background of the characters. I'm like, can I sit through like, I think it was like 20 or 30 episodes
Yeah.
of like just okay, but knowing that there's a pot of gold at the end with hundreds of hilarious episodes. So this is why I've never watched it. But
This is the thing, because I think I've watched the first 4 episodes about 5 or 6 times.
Yeah, bare
and
times.
just can't get through them. So I've keep rewatching them. I've rewatched them again now.
Yeah.
Again, I've stopped at episode 4. And I'm like, I'm not enjoying it. But
all right, as a podcast, we're gonna watch Gintama.
Okay.
We're good. I'm gonna.
so you might watch 300 Gintama episodes, but not One Piece.
Bro,
We don't have to watch the whole thing in Gintama. We
This
just have
is
to
true.
get-
I've never
We
said-
just have to get to the funny bit.
this is what I say. I never said we were gonna watch it
Hey,
all.
watch
Whatever.
the good amount of One Piece episodes, and you get the pot of gold.
Nah,
Nah.
but the pot of gold is after like 100 plus episodes.
Yeah, the pot of gold's there though. It's there,
nah.
and it's a big pot. It's a very, very big pot.
Also,
And also, I've seen where One Piece ends. I don't.
No,
wanna-
you haven't.
I don't
It's
wanna
not
get-
ended yet.
I've seen
see
where One Piece is now.
Yeah,
I don't want to
care.
get there.
Yeah,
Dude,
exactly.
it's so sick.
Plus, I have shows that give me the One Piece fix. Like One Piece's action, gas. Da, 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 da. I have enough shows that fulfill that itch. I don't have too many hilarious anime.
True. That's okay. That's
right
I'll
now,
let
so-
you off. Then. That's
yeah.
a good point. That is a good point.
But yeah, I'll add Gintama to my list to watch, and I'll start watching episodes like when I have some free time as well.
Are you just watching it? Where are you watching it?
It's on Crunchyroll.
Sweet.
Yeah, I'm gonna be on the high seas. Anyway, yeah, I was looking at Crunchyroll the other day. I almost got sucked in and did the.
Your high seas though, because you usually watch cartoon, don't you?
They
Pard it now.
I know,
Pard it.
but
What's happened?
They want you to register.
You have to pay to
You
Yeah.
have to pay.
Yeah.
watch more than 5 minutes of an episode.
Yeah.
What the hell?
So they've basically cost of living crisis.
Yeah, it's hitting them.
So, but they're basically like, yeah, we have to pay all these subscription fees, blah 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 blah, and like our hosting for the website and like the servers and all of this stuff, and then like it's just getting too much, and now we're not being profitable because the only adverts that are offering Like they did a whole press release. It was poorly written as hell.
I read it as well.
So bad. And they were like, yeah, basically the only people offering us ads are people who are trying to like sell
Hack
virus
malware
and
and-
malware and all of this stuff. So we've decided that instead of doing that, we're going to ask people to pay. But I found that within the 5 minutes, you can just save the video.
What's like download it? Yeah, that's what I've been.
So that's nice.
Yeah.
So it's annoying, but
Also, if you watch on playlist, apparently it works as well. So
okay.
there's another hack that they haven't fixed yet.
but yeah, I'm like, it's annoying, but yeah, while it's like that, I'll just do that. And then if they fix it or stop you from, then I'll try Kiss Anime again. And if Kiss Anime is as garbage as it used to be,
Probably is.
then I'll probably join you lot on the legal thing. I don't know. I'll have to think long and hard. I would have to think long and hard. I might just have to pack in anime.
If Crunchyroll had like profiles within one account, I would let you use mine. But
If Crunchyroll had more dubs,
They need more dubs. They're getting them though.
I would already have an account. The only reason I don't have because I had the Funimation account. The only reason I don't have a Crunchyroll account now is because I'm like, half the stuff on there that I would watch is only subbed, and
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm not watching that in subs. I don't care. Like I'm watching Shippuden now. They only have it subbed.
yeah,
Like I went,
Is it?
yeah.
I feel like I watched that on Funimation though, and then
But
Crunchyroll.
Funimation. It probably
Funimation, it was dubbed.
So then
They-
Crunchyroll
they-
took the catalog. I thought.
They haven't merged it properly like that.
Oh, okay.
So that's why I went on Cam's Crunchyroll account the other day because I wanted to see some stuff. Because I was considering doing it.
Yeah.
And just buying the year. I think it's like £60 for a year or something like that. And I was like, yeah, let me just do that. But then I was like, actually, hold on. Let me see what this full catalog is saying and what they
What you actually
could what I
watch.
think. And obviously, I'm watching Shippuden, so I was like, first thing, let me see if they have Shippuden and dubs because I knew it was on Funimation, and no subbed only. So I was
That's
like,
mad.
no, I'm not paying for this.
Yeah, because I just assumed that everything from Funimation went to Crunchyroll.
I think it's probably,
it's going at some.
but it's
Yeah.
just little by little. But yeah, so okay, I'm gonna watch Gintama. That's something, and we can report about next episode if we started and stuff. And outside, I watched Romantic Killer.
Is it any good?
It actually gets better. So I remember, like, I watched the first couple of episodes, and I was a bit like, it's definitely background kind of watching. But I was like, this is background watching where you're not watching it at all because it's not that great. But then I got kind of interested and invested in what was going on. Still background watching, it's not something I would say, oh my God, you have to run and watch this. But like, if you're ever like bored and you just want to whack something on, I would say, yeah, why not? Give it a go. So yeah, watch that, finish that. I watched a movie the other night called Nothing to Hide, French movie. The premise is like this dinner party with like some old friends from like, it's like a group of guys who went to school together and all their wives. And
There's no single guy.
there is a single guy.
Okay.
But I'm just trying to
Setting the scene.
Yeah. No, I'm just trying to summarize it quickly. It doesn't matter. Like
I just wanted to know if they all got married or not.
nah, there's one single guy.
Cool.
But basically, all of their relationships are kind of seeming kind of shaky. Like they're all kind of like middle age and stuff, and all their relationships are seeming kind of shaky. And while they're having dinner, the wife of the main character is a bit like, why don't we all put our phones on the table, and anytime we get a message, email, or someone calls, this is a French movie by the way, but anytime someone gets a message, email, called, whatever, we have to read it out to the group, or we have to answer the phone at the phone and speakerphone and have the conversation on speakerphone in front, because everyone's suspicious that everyone's cheating kind of thing. And it's one of the movies where you're just like, all of you lot stupid because all of you lot knew what you were doing and all of you lot still agreed to do this, so you're all idiots. However, I'm glad that I'm gonna put that plot hole to the side because this was fantastic to watch.
Yeah.
Because in reality, none of you lot would agree to this because you all know you're doing various levels of dirt. And it wasn't all just cheating. It was like different stuff that they didn't want their partners to know, or they didn't want their friends to know. It was lots of stuff came out. And it was just, everyone hated everyone by the end, basically.
When did this come out?
It came out 2018, I think. I think it was something like that. So it's not new, but not very old either. But it was really, really good. This is a movie I'd recommend. It was called Nothing to Hide. Other than that, not up to date on My Hero, but I'm still kind of watching it. Not up to date on Blue Lock yet. Well, I am, but there's an episode today, so I'm saying I'm not.
I mean, you're where we all the rest of us
where
are.
we all are.
Yeah, true.
My Hero is sick though now.
My Hero is so sick.
You need to watch it.
I will catch up.
Crazy.
I will definitely catch up. I mean, it was hype. It was when that fight ended, the big one. I was kind of like, oh, it's all, the hype's died down now, so it kind of dropped off. For
See,
me.
that was
But-
me as well. I was just waiting for it to come back, and then Bez told me that the fight had started again, and so I started watching again, and
I was like, yeah.
It's
All
literally
of that,
like
all
the
of
next
that.
episode, it just picks back up.
yeah, it's literally like, there's like 2 episodes of downtime, and then back
Even
in.
the downtime was like interesting because
Yeah.
then it picked up and it's like, yeah, nice. Sick.
But Naruto's fighting Orochimaru, man, and he's like in the Nine Tails cloak, and Yamato is like, oh my god, what am I gonna do?
That fight's not even that long.
It's not. No, it's
Because
not.
I remember when I rewatched it, and I said on this podcast that I thought that fight was a lot longer, but
It's quick.
it's like 2
Yeah,
episodes.
he just slaps him and Orochimaru just walks back.
and then Yamato locks him up. Yeah. But bro, Sai was killing me. I forgot that he disses Naruto and Sakura and everyone
Yeah.
so hard. Like I completely forgot about that. Like he was like, "Oh, you fight like you have no balls."
And then the jacuzzi in the hot spring, he's like, oh, you really don't have any balls.
Like, oh my god. Yeah, he calls Sakura ugly and all that.
Yeah.
Damn, Sai, just crazy. But yeah, maybe I'll put Naruto on pause for a bit and then catch up on My Hero. But yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. That's it from me. Any final words before we peace out here?
Nah, man, not from me.
Everyone should watch Blue Lock.
Yeah, that's coming to an end soon. We got 1 more week left.
So this episode and the yeah, it's crazy. We'll be able to. I feel like next episode then our in the media can just be a Blue Lock wrap up.
Blue Lock.
Blue Lock.
I'm pretty sure I'm going to start reading the manga once I'm finished.
Apparently they've the anime has already done like 200 chapters out of 250 or something.
What the hell?
That's I saw that on like on a YouTube comment section. So I don't know how accurate it is, but apparently like the anime's already gotten through bare chapters. First of all, because 200 chapters in 24
24
episodes
episodes.
is a lot.
Yeah.
But then also, I don't think apparently the manga doesn't
Go
go
on
much,
that much further.
So again, I'm going to hiatus until they or do filler, and I don't want filler because I don't want them to ruin it.
So it might be a hiatus thing.
I feel like most anime don't really do filler these days.
Nah.
Because they don't do.
They're
Because yeah,
short, aren't they?
the shows with that would have filler would be your My Heroes
Yeah.
and Demon Slayers, and they
They
don't.
just don't release anything.
So, yeah.
And they're
Till
quite
they
short
have
manga
media.
as well. I feel like My Hero is finished.
Demon Slayers. is
Demon
short,
Slayer is
very
quite short, and I think that's
Yeah.
finished as well.
But yeah, so yeah, you got that to look forward to. A little Blue Lock recap episode next episode, and we'll give our feedback on the beginning of Gintama as well. But for the meantime, make sure you follow us on the social medias at 5 Letters Podcast across all platforms other than Facebook. Let us know if you think it's acceptable to buy pajamas for 90 quid. I think it's perfectly okay. D's not think it's not. Also, let us know whether you would buy grills if you could afford them. I don't know. I don't know that I would, but also I don't dislike the idea of them. I think they're quite okay. I think if I had like if I had a girlfriend, I'd buy a grill to her.
Would you?
Yeah. Definitely not.
No
Yeah.
way. Oh.
No, but no. But it depends on her vibe. If she had the vibe to pull off. Mate. I mean, if I was
the Carhartt suit.
if I was dating Glorilla, I would definitely get a girl because that would be absolutely in her bag. But no. But I'm just saying, like, it depends. Obviously, I'm not gonna get the librarian grills, but like depending on what type of girl and what her face profile was, potentially I would. And if I had the money for it, potentially I would. Like if I was dating Erica Badu, I'd get her grills. But she already wears them on her own, isn't it? So
Nah, I'm not. Nah.
So yeah. Or like Beyonce would look fire with grills. I feel like I might have seen her with something before. I can't remember.
I can't imagine. that.
But like I don't think Rihanna would. I don't think the girls would suit Rihanna.
Girls won't see anyone. They won't see anyone.
Honestly, true.
Nah. But yeah, let us know those two things. Would you wear grills or would you buy grills for someone? And would you £90 pajamas? Excessive.
What's the
no?
limit on pajamas?
I'm saying the limit is £150. If you got it, if you got it,
Definitely not.
150. I forget the sleep. Do you know how important sleep is? Do you know how important sleep is? And also, do you know how long you wear these clothes for compared to most other clothes? Like you're wearing them pajamas for a good 8 hours, like per night. If you wear them, like say you wear it for a week, 7 days before you wash them. That's a good amount of hours. You want them to be good. You want them to stay fresh. Like these expensive ones, they know how to stay. They're made out of materials that stay fresh for longer, and all of these kind of things. It's great.
That's too much.
Great stuff, man. But again, it's only if you have it. Obviously, I'm like
you go like that.
I don't. I was about to say I do not have £150 in me. But yeah. Anyway, we're out here, man. Peace out. Peace out. Oh, sorry. The last tune is gonna be IAMDDB. Something about love. Where's the love? Was it?
I can't remember.
Was it really the same title as the Black Eyed Peas tune? Where is the love, the love, the love?
What's wrong with the world, mama? People living like they ain't got no mama. That was a good song.
It was like they were trying to be deep.
It was deep.
Where did the love go? IAMDDB, where did the love go? I've just Googled and she was born in Portugal. However, she moved to Manchester when she was 5 or 6. So we're kind of
a UK artist.
Yeah, we're kind of a UK
She's
artist,
British,
but I didn't know she was born in Portugal. But yeah. Anyway, taking this IAMDDB tune, a little drum and bass, pop kind of vibes, and we're out here. Peace.
I don't wanna act nonchalant, yeah. I don't wanna come off too strong, yeah. But in your hands is where my heart belongs, yeah. And tell your mates they can't tag along. We can go back and forth all night long, yeah. Kill my ego, can you see my soul, yeah. I swear I promise I'll admit my wrongs, yeah. I swear I promise I'll admit my wrongs. Tit-for-tat, playing games, we ain't doing all of that. What you doing, what you saying, where you at?
The 5 Letters Podcast.